Welcome to Kidmissing TV. These are your updates for the month of July 2024. First, and I should have done this at the beginning of the year, I just don't know why I didn't. The founder of the Dough Network, Todd Matthews, passed away suddenly on January 3rd of this year, and unexpectedly. He was just 53 years old. He also helped to found Name Us as well. This world is missing an amazing human being, a dedicated human being. His quest all started with Tent Girl, whom he did get identified. But that's where his quest started, and he began the Dough Network. Like I said, amazing human being. Worked with law enforcement to begin Name Us, and yeah. The unidentified wouldn't be where they are in terms of attention or it coming forward to doing DNA and all those things, familial DNA and all those things, or forensic genealogy, without this man starting what he started all those years ago. So thank you and rest well. I'm so sorry for his wife and his children. The second update, one of our Jane Does has been identified yet again, guys. See, getting it out there works. DNA has identified the Grundy County, Seneca, New York Jane Doe, who had been unidentified since 1976. 48 years. The DNA Doe Project identified her as Joanne Vicky, that was her nickname, Smith. She had been adopted, and the DNA, of course, found her biological family, who let investigators know that she had been adopted. That had to be one of the most horrific things that you can imagine. Your child's adopted, and then the police come to you 20 years later, 50 years later, and say, oh, more than that, 50, 60, however many years later, and say, hey, you're related to this unidentified Jane Doe. What? I can't begin to imagine. She was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. She was adopted by the Smith family, who were a loving, big, adoptive family of many children. She was the oldest daughter of this big bunch of close family. She will be exhumed and reburied in South Carolina with her adoptive parents. She was only 20 years old when she was murdered in 1976. That means she would be 68 years old now had she been allowed to live. She'd be a grandma, most likely. At the time that she was murdered, she was just a college kid, working her way through school at the Marriott. I pray for both of her families, her natural family and her adoptive family, because it has to be very difficult for both. It didn't say whether she was reported missing. She was away at college and disappeared. I would have thought the college would have said to her parents, hey, she's missing. But I don't know what happened. I know she was murdered by a pew-pew wound to her noggin. And that's all I know. I will put her video from my channel in the end cards of this video. So my heart goes out to her family, both biological and adoptive. My heart goes out to Todd Matthews' family. All those who knew him, worked with him. It's just horribly sad. Horribly sad. And those are our updates for July. So, excuse me. I will see you next time when we start our July cases. And don't forget to check our video from Thursday, which is our preview of our July cases, and our video from Friday, which is the final video for the month of June. So, please check those out. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 on this channel by August 4th and 200 on the other channel by July 4th. Bye, guys.